Folks, what's going on? Happy Saturday. I have a quick message for my fellow impact makers, my influencers, world changers. This one's for you. I've had a few messages over this past week, people reaching out saying either thank you or just talking about essentially the content that I'm putting out and my programs, including this is where I had met the last person who I brought on for the coaching program before I closed my books. And what I want to share with you is that if you're making an impact in any way whatsoever, if you're doing it through your posts on social media, YouTube videos like this, a podcast, however you're doing it, if there's anything that I've learned over this past week, and I should say the past few years, is that very little things can make a very large impact. When we think about how can I make an impact, how can I change the world, how can I have this massive effect on people, we glorify the idea with having to be on a stage in front of 2 million people like Tony Robbins. And that's how I once thought. And it took many realizations for me of people reaching out to me like they have been this past week and letting me know that I am directly impacting their life. And it's really eye-opening to get these types of messages, because it tells you, it's giving you that feedback that all the work and all the energy and time that you're putting into your message and your purpose, that it's paying off. Because a lot of times, and those of you watching this who are maybe new in your journey, or if you're a coach or whatever it is you're doing, we don't always get a lot of feedback. We are putting ourselves out there. We're sharing videos. We're posting nonstop. We're starting a podcast and spending a bunch of money on each episode and trying to find guests. It's a grueling process. And I know a lot of you understand what I'm saying when I say that. And we don't always get that feedback in terms of, hey, keep going. Keep what you're doing is working, and it's all about persistence. Sometimes it just feels like we're putting stuff in the air and it's not getting to the people that we're hoping it gets to. I want to tell you with this video that it is. And it's something that I'm learning every single week, that what I'm putting out there, what you are putting out there, the people who are meant to hear it, which is not everyone, but those who are meant to hear it and those who it resonates with, they are getting the message. And what you are doing is having a massive impact on people. Whether it means you are planting a seed for someone to create that massive shift in their life down the road, or if you are that final straw that allows someone to say, you know what, enough is enough. It's time to take responsibility for my life and make this change. I just want to say, I hope so much that you continue doing what you are doing, and that you realize how incredible of an impact you are making on the world by doing things as simple as sharing your social media videos, sharing your YouTube videos, doing a podcast. These things take a lot of work. It's a lot of energy, it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of money. And the thing that I love about it the most is that I would do all of this even if I wasn't making any money out of it. If I was, and most of the people who are out there to help other people and make an impact and change the world, you have the same kind of thinking. And if this was a business that I did not enjoy doing, if it was just any other business, there is no way that I would have spent as much time and energy and money as I've spent building a coaching business, both the youth coaching and the adults. And that is just a great lesson in the power of doing what it is that we're truly passionate in doing. Because otherwise I would have failed a long time ago. I would not have had that persistence. So that's what's so important about making sure that we're aligning our values with doing things that are important to us, and helping others and making an impact is a big one for most of us. And I just want you to know that you are making a difference. You are having a massive impact on people's lives. People are following you. You know, the new reality of social media is people are ghosts. People don't want to be, everyone's on social media 24 hours a day. Majority of people. If everyone is liking everyone's posts, commenting, and doing all of these things, it shows that everyone's on social media all the time. And that's not a good image for a lot of people to give off. The reality is everyone's on social media nonstop. So people are seeing what you're seeing. And just because they're not liking it or commenting or sharing it doesn't mean it's not getting to the right people. It doesn't mean you're not making an impact. People are seeing it. I'm seeing it. That's why I'm shooting this video, because I see you putting your stuff out there and it resonates with me, and I'm sharing the same type of information and I'm getting the messages from people. Now more than ever, it is time for people like us to be stepping up, sharing our message, ignoring anyone who puts you down in any way whatsoever for doing that. Anyone who thinks it's all right to put someone down when they're going out of their way to help other people or make an impact. You know, anyone who shoots, you know, I was in a random chat with someone on Facebook about who called, you know, DMX a drug addict, and we were having a conversation, and his comment to me, he didn't know who I was, but apparently he checked my profile and he's like, oh, I don't need help from a coach or an activist or something like this. My first response was, you know, attack me however you want. I know the reality of the situation is you're not mad at me, you just don't know how to manage your pain and emotions, which is true. We don't know each other, and this guy's acting out, and as men we externalize our problems. But I just said, like, you can't attack me by telling me about, like, making fun of me for being a coach or an activist or a volunteer or helping people. And people who do that, in my opinion, it's the lowest level you can. To try to turn someone off of helping other people, I think, is absolutely ridiculous. So unfortunately, that is in the world, and a lot of times when people are saying that, they're not happy themselves. And if you're doing what you want to be doing, putting out good vibes, and that doesn't resonate with people, then you're going to get it. It's going to come back to you the wrong way. We have to be ignoring these people. We have to be doing what we feel is right, and we have to work together and unite each other as whatever you want to call us, if it's light workers or impact makers or, you know, changing the world. All of these things, we just got to be supporting each other. And I want you to know, hopefully with this video, that I'm trying to support you in that. Keep on keeping on, keep making an impact. It is resonating with people. I'm working on a concept right now with the idea that persistence could potentially be absolutely everything. I think if people want something bad enough and they don't give up, they will eventually get it. We might have to figure out how, but if we don't give up, I want to say 100% of the time we can make it happen. So keep that persistence up. Stay motivated, even when you don't feel like doing something. This is our time. We are needed now more than ever, and you guys are the best. Keep it rocking. Talk to you later.